Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Tradin on Up. See, because it's a joke.
Yeah.
You all suck. So this time we're talking about Volume 1 of LumberJanes.
Oh
Which is
man,
a lot of fun.
LumberJanes.
Indeed.
Yes, so Volume 1 of LumberJanes was published by Boom Studios, April of 2015, and it is really fucking good. Yeah. Technically it's for kids.
Yeah.
Because it is, you know...
Yeah.
It's definitely something you can give to a kid, but I still really enjoyed it.
It is enjoyable, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, originally this was planned to be just an 8-issue kind of like miniseries, but after strong sales it was extended to being an ongoing book.
Oh, yeah.
It's still ongoing?
Yeah, it's up to like 60 issues.
Oh,
Neat.
wow. That's crazy.
It's been going for quite a while. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, so let's try to get through the main plot of the first 4 issues, which are in Volume 1.
Yeah.
So we start off in issue 1 with the 5 campers from Cabin Roanoke, which is a great reference.
Which will be completely lost upon me and Justin.
Yep.
You don't know about the Lost Colony of Roanoke?
Correct. I do not.
Yes.
Oh, sweet buttery Jesus.
You might have to
How
do your
fitting for the
research
time.
and actually kind of update us on these particular sorts of
Okay.
things if you're going to show us this stuff.
Well, I assumed you would know about the Lost Colony of Roanoke. Okay, so there's this colony in New England.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly which state it was in.
Yeah.
But Homeboy set up a colony, had to leave to go back to England for some reason. I don't remember exactly why. So Homeboy comes back a few years later. Colony's gone.
No.
Literally, they've taken all the houses apart. Everything is gone.
Oh.
And he finds just scratched into I think it's into a fence or into one of the trees, just something that says Roanoke. I think that's right. And they don't know where the colony went, which kind of disappeared.
Nah.
The most pervasive theory is that they were kind of amalgamated into one of the Native American tribes in the area, which is probably what happened, but there's no actual solid evidence to prove that theory. So, yes, LumberJanes is really fun.
Yes.
So what happens in issue 1?
Girls are working on getting their all-night badges.
Yeah, and apparently, well, I don't think they intended that initially. They kind of just
because
wandered
because most of the badges are jokes.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, if I remember correctly, they saw a thing and it's like, oh, we saw a thing outside. Let's go check it out.
Yes, they saw a woman transform into a bear.
A werebear.
It's so good.
Indeed.
So naturally they pursued it.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's a call to adventure.
So yeah, they go off and they start fighting these foxes that have 3 eyes.
Yes.
Was it 3? I guess they...
Yeah.
I thought it was only 1 eye, but...
No, they have the
one...
Cyclops eye and then the regular eyes.
Yeah, they do have a big eye.
Yeah. And then they eventually sneak back into their cabin, but their counselor is all like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. At the very least, they tried.
And takes them to the cabin of the head of the camp, and she's like, "Oh, what did you see now?" And then there's kind of hinted that there's a bigger mystery going on.
Yeah.
And then the other 3 issues kind of follow the same story, where they go on this
Canoeing trip?
yes, thank you. This canoeing trip, and then what is it that they see?
River monster.
Yes, right. And then they go down these rapids, and then some of them get separated, and they go down into this cave, and it's just a lot of fun.
It's all the things
It's
that I've
super
been
fun.
worrying about and been fearing, they're
They're absolutely real and out to get me. It's so good,
Yes.
and it's just a lot of fun. I think is the biggest thing. It's it's not super challenging.
So true. It's just a wonderful case of everyone has the appropriate skills to face on with all their challenge. Like arm wrestling a giant statue person.
It's so good, and she breaks his arm off.
It's all about the
It's all
leverage.
about leverage. And then they have to jump across this pit, landing only on numbers that are in a Fibonacci sequence. And there's some cool it's kind of Indiana Jones-ish.
Yeah.
It I mean, it's Indiana Jones for, like...
Children's.
8-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Indiana Jones when I was like 6.
You probably shouldn't have been watching Indiana Jones when you were 6. Which Indiana Jones movie?
The one where the guy melted.
Yeah, first one.
Okay. That's not the most disturbing one, so that's probably good. Because if it was Temple of Doom, I would have been a little worried. So I'm like, oh, that's the one where they rip a guy's heart out.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I vaguely remember seeing that as a child, but not remember how old I was. I think I was 5, though, when I was given a Terminator doll. So, that was a different time back then.
Hey.
So, there's 5 main girls. There's Joe, April, Molly, Mal, and Ripley.
Yeah.
And they're all really fun. And
They're
just great.
They're so amazing where they feel in the decent dynamic of having a group, but they kind of swap certain positions where some of them are a bit enthusiastic, aside from one who's always enthusiastic.
Yeah, Ripley is the youngest and by far the most energetic. And just, like, dives headfirst into things.
Fastball special!
It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Mal has kind of the more punk appearance. Like, she's like the part of her head shaved and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Molly is an archer and, like, loves history and stuff. Mm-hmm. And has the second most patches of anyone. Mm-hmm. And the patches, I just love the patches. Mm-hmm. They're so dumb and so funny.
Oh man, that all-night badge.
Like, they literally get one for making a pun.
Yeah. That is the best one.
It's so good. April has a flair for the dramatic and a love of puns.
Yeah.
April is the best, because puns are the best. And Jo is the most cool-headed and analytical member of the group, and she's also transgendered. Which I don't think they really say, but apparently comes up later in the series. Because I don't remember that actually being a thing in the first 4 issues.
Nothing that I specifically remember from there.
Well, whatever. And then Jen is the scout leader for them.
Yeah.
She's meant to be kind of like the adult figure. She's like probably college age, I'm guessing.
Yeah, about that.
Maybe end of high school.
Mm-hmm.
She takes her job very seriously, and is very funny when she gets angry.
She's the responsible adult that apparently would rather see the children dead if they didn't come back alive or something. I don't know.
She has so many great lines. I was worried sick about you. If you do that again, I'll kill you.
So true.
It's so good. And Rosie is the one who's the head of kind of like the camp. And she's great.
Aside from that, there's so many other interesting characters, like the Yetis.
And the Boy Scouts.
Yes, there's a Boy Scout camp that apparently are all evil.
They're partially evil. There's some supposed shenanigans where they're supposedly possessed by a particular thing. But oh man, their counselor person.
I mean, there's a little bit more going on the scenes.
He's a bit of a man's man.
He's so good. I'm gonna go catch a fish by wrestling a bear for it.
Men do not appreciate baked goods. But I like baking baked goods.
It's so dumb. I love it. Oh, it just makes me endlessly happy. So yeah, I wholeheartedly encourage people to read LumberJanes. It is a lot of fun.
Wonderful adventure things, and it's not...
It's a pretty quick read, too. Like, I read it, like, the first 4 issues in, like, an hour.
Yeah, it's not long.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not long, and it's a lot of fun.
At least, one issue. I mean, there's, 60, you say?
There's, like, about 60 issues plus some specials and some, like, crossovers.
Yeah.
Neat.
So there's probably, like, 70 issues in total. Because they did a crossover with Gotham Academy. Also, there's... in 2005, they were working on a live-action movie, but that was being done by 20th Century Fox, so I don't know what the status is of that now.
Yeah.
Because 20th Century Fox was purchased. So hopefully we still get it, because I would love to see a movie of this. And it shouldn't be terribly expensive to do, because there's not really a lot of special effects.
Yeah, just find a decent place somewhere over in Canada and you should be good.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of... Like, there's a couple of monsters, but... Like, the Yetis you could almost do as suits, and it would kind of work.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes. Yeah, LumberJanes is amazing, and everybody should read it.
Yeah.
So next time we'll be talking about... Well, you know how the first 2 books we covered were a lot of fun? And they were really kind of like childish. Well, not childish, but childlike.
Are you going to be taking it the Buffy route and going to the horribly depressing?
Well,
Is it going to be gritty?
Well, there's going to be a lot of grit.
Okay, gotcha.
We're going back to the 90s.
Ooh, 90s.
Which section of the 90s?
I mean...
Early to mid. I don't remember exactly what year.
Novels of 90s probably weren't terribly bad.
So, have you ever heard of a little company called Image Comics?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a little character called Spawn?
Yes.
Maybe.
How can you say maybe?
You saw the movie.
Exactly. That's why I say maybe.
So you have heard of the character of Spawn. For the love of God. We're going to read the first 6 issues of Spawn. Also known as Spawn Origins Vol.1. And it is a comic book written in the early 90s, and it is very, very gritty, but I am not going to say it is more mature than LumberJanes. Because it's gritty, but it's dumb.
Okay, gotcha.
No, I was just sort of thinking, is that kind of the start of it, the midpoint of it,
That's
or more heading
the first 6 issues.
No, just with grittiness in that particular point in time where just about everyone tried to do a particular point like that.
This would have been... Well, this is like one of the launch books for Image.
So maybe kind of around more near the start. That's a bit understandable.
We were well into the idea of the artist being the superstar at that point. That's why Image kind of started. Anyway, we'll talk more about that next time. Until then, Spawn will be a lot of fun, but it will be very dumb. And it will not be nearly as much fun as LumberJanes was.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to take the same route as the movie, or if the movie got its inspiration from it.
I mean, the movie is basically the first couple of issues. Kind of. The general stuff.
Yeah, but usually the graphic novel's better anyway.
It's so pretty.
Usually.
The book does look good. I will give it that, because the artist is really, really good.
Neat.
But
I do appreciate a good art direction.
The writing, a little shaky.
Somebody just coming out of college be like, dude, write a comic book.
No. The writer, the artist is the writer. So he wants to draw cool things. He doesn't really care how he gets to the cool things.
Yes.
Oh.
As in most people in that sort of case.
Anyway, until next time, I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.